I'm going to shoot myself in the foot, at least as Banetti, as a vendor. The number one challenge that our customers, partners face in their move to MAS, that I say challenge will make or break the success, is their willingness to change their culture. The processes and practices that are ingrained in the organization. If you who are watching this are looking for a path for a technical lift and shift from 7.6 to 9, and to enable all of those new features and functionalities in 9, and you haven't re-engineered your business processes and practices in the last 3 or 4 years, it is highly unlikely that you are going to achieve the lift and shift goal and the enablement of all of the features goal. Not at all. Highly unlikely. Why? Stuff's changed. Keeps changing. When I say that, someone gonna start thinking about Maximo screens. It's not about screens. It's about the requirements put upon us by our customers, by regulatory oversight organizations, by business, by the CFO of whatever business you're in, what they're expecting out, by insurance. All of these, at the end of the day, have some say in how we manage our assets and the output of said assets, and the reassurance that the output is safe within whatever construct of consumer or output receiver we're dealing with. And we have experienced a tremendous amount of change post-COVID pandemic. And it's happening now again within the predominance of AI being introduced, if you will, mainstream. Re-engineering business practices and processes is, for almost everyone, core to their successful move to the application suite, and therefore successful ability to adopt those new features and functions within the application suite. The world does not stop changing on intervals of software upgrades. 2 or 3 upgrades without a significant relook at processes and practices pretty much guarantees that A, we're leaving money on the table, and B, that we are at risk of a compliance challenge. So when we look at overarchingly what we should be addressing as a holistic perspective in our technical Maximo upgrade, our processes and practices are front and center, critical on that. How do we prepare ourselves for the rapid, efficient adoption of the new features and functions that come with the application suite? All of this so far probably sounds like fear-mongering and, oh my God, money, time. And here's also what I can tell you. When we do this, you're going to save more money in the first 24 months, oftentimes in the first 12 months, than it costs to make the change. Most organizations have so much inefficiency and bad practice. And that's just because time does its thing. That's not because the old one was bad when it was implemented. None of that. No, just stuff changes. And organizationally, it's hard to change as fast as everything else around us. Most organizations have enough opportunity on the table right now that it pays for the whole program. Pays for Maximo, pays for the consulting hours, pays for the training, pays for the change, all of it. And then it keeps paying you for the next few years until you do it again. Staying up to date with what's going on in processes and practices, maybe not every 6 months or every year, but every few years, it's going to keep paying for itself. And you'll be able to show an ROI. You'll actually be able to put it on the balance sheet. So when you're looking at this upgrade, when you're looking at the move to MAS, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay for it, don't forget that there's a lot of efficiency on the table. And more often than not, it's really hidden. It's hidden in the corners of business operations. IT, I'm sorry, you guys are not going to be able to see it that well. It's tough. You're siloed in your viewpoint because that's the way the organization is built. And you're going to be able to see some opportunities there, but you're going to have to get a business partner in there who can click that flashlight and shine it in the corners on the business side and figure out where the opportunity is. You got to get a business partner on this. I have not encountered a single customer whom could not pay for their upgrade with the ROI from process inversion. No, I'm not saying there won't be more. Haven't found them yet. Undoubtedly, you're sitting here going, I don't know. Who in business would tell me that? How can I do this? 1,000 questions. They're all valid. That's what I do every day. I talk to people. I figure out who knows. Who knows where the bodies are buried? Who knows where the skeletons are in the closet? Who understands why we did something the way we did it before and whether or not we can change it? And I'm one of them. We have a whole team of people in our solution advisory group who have actually been the customer. And now they're over here. And they're way better at it than I am. We help discover. And at that point in time, after we discover, after we present a roadmap, you get to make a decision. Do I think this is a good decision for us? Is this a good path forward? Where do we want to go from here? That's up to you. Our job is to prepare you, arm you, give you the best information possible. If you prefer to make decisions without information, you should probably hit stop now. I'm guessing, if you're still listening, that was not the path you were choosing. So shoot me an email, sales@banetti.com. Matt, what do we do? How do we get there? When are you available? Set up a call. This is fun. Solve problems. Let's put solutions on the board. Let's figure out how we can make stuff happen. I have nothing to lose. What do you have to lose? Get ready with Banetti.